Kitty-galoo! Tesssophia Sims here with a magical build today. I was in a paranormal mood the other day and I've been reading about English witches recently, so it got me thinking. I want to make a build with Realm of Magic, which led me to this super fun potion shop. When I've played with Realm of Magic in the past, it's always been very spell focused, but I thought it was time to give the potion makers a little bit of love. So I created a medievalish looking building along the lines of an old apothecary and somewhat inspired by the historic Shambles Street in York. If you haven't been, it's a really cool narrow street with lots of higgledy-piggledy timber frame buildings, and some even date back to around like the 14th century. So if you have a chance to go, do go, it's really cool. So that made a combination of wallpapers from Get Together, the old-fashioned style ones ideal here, along with some nice dark brick at the bottom. Just has a really good old historic feel. Actually, building this reintroduced me to the windows from Get Together as well. I remember they had a really wide selection in that pack, but I didn't realise just how pretty some of them are. So I use a lot of those windows to add visual interest to the structure, choosing the ones that jut out nicely from the wall and dormers in the roof and stuff. The other windows are just like classic gridded windows, which are again a nod to lots of the windows on the Shambles shops. So you can peer in, you can see the wares on display, see what you want to buy. And I also included really pretty circular stained glass window from Realm of Magic up top. It's got a lovely purple swatch and that also matches the front door, they're from the same pack. So with landscaping, which you can see me doing a bit of now, I want something quite messy and free-spirited, I guess. So I went for just like a rough curving stone path with some terrain paint and a couple of lights, and just a lot of overgrown debug plants. There's some lavender plants as well right up by the shop, and a really cool little custom sign that I made out of, it's just like a stand-up sign I found in the catalogue somewhere, and a poster of some potions from Realm of Magic. It's slotted in surprisingly nicely with a bit of finessing, so I was quite happy with that. You can see here I'm now making a little pond, or sort of frog hole, I guess, in front of the shop. So I thought the witch who owns the shop might use this to draw in and catch frogs from time to time for her recipes. It's surrounded by some nice rocks and ferns and grasses that took it away, which is pretty much exactly what the entire lot is made up of, grass, fern and ivy. It just has a really nice unkempt magical look where you can imagine little creatures hiding away. I just included a couple of purple plants in there as well, which are, I think, vampire debug items. Just a nice pop of colour to break up the area, and also just a really moody magical plant. There's also a couple of mushrooms dotted around, because what is more magic than mushrooms? I keep seeing a lot of New Year wish lists and predictions for a fairy game pack this year, so this may be the year that it finally comes to the game. Surely it'll bring lots more toadstools with it too, but we shall see on that front. You'll see there's a lot of tall trees around as well. That's just help it blend in a bit to Glimmerbrook. That's where it's the world that it's built in. It's a very foresty world. It's actually built on the Glimmerbrook watch lot. It's kind of perfect because it leads straight back to the magic portal to the magic realm. It's just prime real estate for a witcher, I suppose. It does make me a little bit sad when I play with Glimmerbrook, though, as a world. There was just so much potential for it when Realm of Magic came out. And it ended up being kind of just like a placeholder to get to the magic realm, and then it made both of the sides of that look really small. I kind of just wish they either fully embraced a magic world, or if not, they could have done something really cool and made like some lore where you've got a regular town with non-occult sims who witches are hiding their magic from, and then there's like a reason you need a private portal realm to a separate place to be. Anywho, you can see I also included a small fenced garden to the side for plants and ingredients, either for sale maybe, or just for the shopkeeper's own personal potion making. I actually had a sim elsewhere in this save file. She's got loads of plants in her garden. She's my weekly Sims challenge sim. The one for like Reaper rewards and holidays. I use her for all of that, so I grabbed some plants from her for this. There's some, mandrake and valerian roots, and there's a death flower, a couple of the flowers, and some taro plants. So it looks really cute. It's just a nice little courtyard area, maybe where the shop owner likes to take a moment to have some peace from all the hustle and bustle of all the purchases. So we've hopped inside, and it took me a really long time to work out the floor plan for the ground floor. You'll see me mess around with the furniture quite a lot. What I did know though is I wanted 2 sets of staircases at the back, which then on the next floor would continue round to a wide double staircase. And then I also knew I wanted a central plinth, which you see me creating just there, which would, as soon as you walk in, see all those potions on that plinth, you just, it draws the eye, draws the customer, and then At the back I wanted a counter for the till as well. But then with that, it kind of just left me with loads of space either side to fill in and work out some sort of balance between all the furniture and the wares you can buy. But this space ends up being a series of drawers and tables and shelves up front with potions and orbs and other magical equipment a potion maker might need, as well as lots of potion books. I didn't realise how many there were in Realm of Magic. It was nice to, get them all out and see them. I quite like using the chest of drawers around the place from the Realm of Magic pack, because it really kind of makes you imagine that there's more storage under there, there's more potions hiding away. So, it's just got all the stock below rather than just being on like a normal table. You'll see I've added in some walls to divide up the space as well with bookcases either side of them. It just made it feel like a much more intimate and cosy shop. I kept a gap between them though, rather than use like a door or an archway. It just has more of a sense of flow, I guess. And a central focal viewpoint straight down from the front door to the till counter. So it also means like the shopkeeper can see and greet everyone that's entering the shop as well. The counter actually ends up quite cute. Got a lot of little bits and bobs as you do in a normal shop down there that you could buy. And there's also some really cute bug walls on the light behind, kind of framing the area. To be fair, having to include an actual till does ruin the witchy vibe a little bit, but you need it to run the shop as a retail lot. So I just placed some debug witch book stacks in front of it to hopefully hide it a little bit. I also added a broom for the shop owner, because you never know where you need to pop out, fly somewhere for some, stock or ingredients, or just go home or something after a long day at work. I did end up going around and after the fact and marking lots of items for, for sale, all the potions and the books and everything. So that's all set up, ready to go. And I did have a playthrough as well with the shop, with the sim. And it was actually quite financially profitable. So I just had one sim running the shop for a day for about 11 hours. And she made 3,279 simoleons on her own. And she even lost customers during that time because she couldn't get around people who wanted to buy quick enough. So, not a bad day for a sim. So we've moved up to the second floor, or the next floor, and a little jump scare at pulling out lots of items from Debugger. It becomes a floor pretty much just to find ingredients for potion recipes. So potion recipes are mainly made up of plants and frogs and gems, but I think some require some fish and my Sims trophies as well. But on this floor there's two halves to it, divided by those really nice intricate arches from Realm of Magic. So the back half is full of frogs and some cool creepy looking jarred creatures as well. They look like something a witch might have on sale. And then there's some big chests as well, which I thought maybe store something else magical and mystic, or maybe it's just something to feed all the frogs that are back there. And then the front half of the floor is just gems and jewels of different types and sizes. So now we've gone up to the final floor, the top floor. It was originally going to be a cauldron display room with all the different colours of the two different types of cauldrons. But when I was building it struck me that it should definitely be a potion making workshop, somewhere where the owner makes everything for the shop or maybe does custom made orders. So that's what it ends up being. There's a waiting area with some seating and a desk to make your orders from, or maybe discuss all the options that you need and want to try out. I also added a bathroom with a shower, because when a spell could go wrong and leave you all messy, you need somewhere to shower. There's also a small kitchen area as well, because running a retail really takes it out of a sim. We've got to keep their needs up. You could probably add a bed up here as well, actually, somewhere to turn it into more of an apartment if you wanted. And then your sim can essentially live on the lot, which usually makes life a lot easier when playing with a retail business, rather than going between loading screens constantly to your home lot. So we're at the end of the build now. I hope it was an enjoyable watch. If you'd like to play with it, it is on the gallery as Ye Olde Potion Emporium, and my ID is tesssophia, which I'll also put below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Dag dag!